What's cracking with your snacking snacker stars? It is me, the BRE, the man in the backwards hat, Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society, coming at you once again. And you know, a flaming hot Thursday yields another Frozen Friday for you snacker stars, and I'll be right back right after this to tell you what discount line pizza I got today to eat on Pizza Night. Never fear, Pizza Night is here, so go ahead and grab yourself a can of beer for another Frozen Friday, June 23rd, 2017, back at sAs headquarters to try out something new from the Mama Cozzi line over at Aldi. This is called Hangry Tomato, the craftiest pizza you will ever eat cause it's spicy. This is the Sizzler variety, which contains uncured pepperoni, jalapeno, parmesan, romano, olive oil, basil, with whole milk mozzarella, and a sriracha ranch sauce. So that's kind of puzzling. It's called Hangry Tomato, yet no tomatoes. Are there tomatoes in sriracha? I don't think so. But anyway, let me know down in the comments. Alright, so let me go ahead and turn this bad boy over. Boom, $5 by the way from the Aldi. Pretty cheap. Hangry Tomato is faster than delivery, and our unique flavor pairings are so much more delicious. Straight from the freezer and into your face in under 25 minutes. So basically they want me to preheat the oven to 425, place it unwrapped of course, frozen on the center rack, bake for 18 to 20 minutes, and stuff your face. Got one of those real long UPC symbols. That's strange. Alright guys, let me go ahead and get this thing out of the box and show it to you in its frozen form. Alright, I've got this bad boy out of the box and I've got it on this little cardboard doily there. And it looks like it's got a couple different types of pepperoni on there. Both regular sliced pepperoni and perhaps some minced or diced pepperoni there. But check out those jalapenos. They look super fresh and green. And they're not just sliced in the normal way. For example, that's like a whole jalapeno, like sliced off the side there. That's really interesting, guys. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this bad boy in the oven, and it'll be out in just a few minutes to show you what it looks like. Alright, 15 minutes have elapsed, and this is what we've got. Yep, looks pretty much near done there. It said to let it go for 18 to 22. What I did was 8 minutes and then a half turn, and then I checked it again after 7 minutes, and this is what it looked like. Starting to see some significant browning of the cheese over here. Some of the pepperonis are starting to turn up a little bit, but being uncured, they're not naturally apt to do so quite as much. And then it looks like the jalapenos have fairly well cooked too. I might have wanted to put this in the broiler for about 30 seconds to a minute to maybe burn up those pepperonis a little better, but overall I think I'm satisfied with the way this pizza looks. Let me go ahead and grab this spatula so I can show you underneath here. And yeah, I'm glad I pulled it when I did. It's looking pretty well done underneath. Alright, I'm going to take those pizza scissors right there. I'm going to cut up this pizza right here and show you the 420 slice. Alright, I am back, and like I often do with this size and type of pizza, I've sliced it up two different ways. On this side, I've made 4 small slices. On this side, I've made 2 large slices. So that gives me, you know, options. If I don't want to eat too much, I can have a big slice and a small slice. Or if I want to eat a lot, I can have 2 big slices. Whatever. Anyway, taking a look at this pizza, step down here and get a little bit closer. Pick out the 420 slice. Yep, it's done on the bottom for sure. It's got just a little bit of bend to it. Seems like it's nice and crispy on the underside and on the back. Hopefully it's got some softness on the inside of that crust, because if it's all crispy, I'm not going to like it too much, I can tell you that much. Alright, but it looks pretty good, and I'll be right back right after this to put it in my mouth, or will I put it into his? Alright, let me go ahead and tear into this Hangry Tomato, the Sizzler pizza from Aldi's and Mama Cozzi. There's a lot of branding going on there, you know. 3, 2, 1. Alright, it's time to tear into this brand new Hangry Tomato Sizzler pizza brought to you by Mama Cozzi, which is brought to you by Aldi. There's a whole lot of branding going on today and a whole lot of branding going on right here. Alright, let me go ahead and grab this slice, show it to you next to my noggin the way I always do. It looks like a piece of pizza, guys. A fairly small piece of pizza in this case. I think it's probably about a 12-inch pie, maybe 11, something like that. Haven't had a lot of good success with the Mama Cozzi line, other than that one pretzel crust that I got. That was pretty good. But for $5, it's worth the gamble. Let me go ahead and take a bite. Alright guys, I got a lot to say about this pizza. Not a lot of time to say it, so let me focus and tell you all about it. Building from the bottom to the top the way I always do. The one problem that I've had many a times already with Aldi brand pizzas is the crust, and in this case it is a fairly cardboardy crust. However, the flavor is a little bit better than cardboard in this case, so it's passable. It doesn't quite get to the proper crispiness on the bottom that you would expect. Instead, it just kind of has like a sort of dead thickness to it at the bottom until you get into the rest of the crust. So it literally reminds you of eating some stiffened cardboard in that case, but the flavor is not too bad. The sauce, ladies and gentlemen, is a spicy little devil. The Sriracha Ranch has nice flavor, a little bit of zing, and definitely some heat to go along with it, and I like that a lot. And just to clarify, no, there is no tomato in Sriracha. I pretty much knew there wasn't, I just wanted to confirm, and there's not. So, Hangry Tomato, I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so the cheese is fairly standard, you know, regular old cheese. I don't really get a lot of differences here from this cheese, but it's okay. It's got a good texture to it, and it stretches a little bit, but not a lot. It basically clumps and breaks the way Provo cheese, I think it's called, does, which is not what this is, but just as an example. So cheese is fairly pedestrian, move along there. The pepperonis are pretty good. They have a nice zing to them, slightly rubbery in the texture, but that tends to happen with the non-cured or uncured pepperoni sometimes. It gets, especially if it's thickly cut, it gets a little bit on the rubbery side. Beyond that, it tastes okay. It's your typical mixture of chicken, beef, and pork, I'm pretty sure. Just kind of doesn't taste like any of them in particular, just kind of all of them lumped together. So it passes because it's pepperoni, but it's not amazing or anything. The jalapenos, however, are the star of this show. Now, they did lose their crispiness in the freezing and thawing process and cooking and so forth, I guess. So they're not very crispy, but where they're not crispy, it makes up for it in the flavor and the spice. You know, jalapenos down amongst the bottom of the Scoville scale in terms of the overall spiciness. Not that hot generally, but you can get them to be hot. And these are some hot jalapenos. I was already sweating, and now I'm sweating a little bit more from them, and I'm still feeling a little bit of a zing in my tongue and in the back of my throat from the mixture of the jalapeno and the Sriracha Ranch sauce. Also, in terms of the flavor of the jalapeno, it's got a good fresh jalapeno flavor despite not being crispy. So, all that put together, it's a very spicy pie, you know, kind of hot and lots of zestiness going on from the Sriracha and from the pepperonis and from the jalapenos, but it's also pretty tasty. The other ingredients make up for the kind of so-so crust, and I think at $5 this is a good deal and a decent pie. I'm giving it that 3/4 thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Pizza Night as always. Lots of fun things going on in the SAS. This weekend you got 2 new videos, Breakfast Lifestyle tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern and 8 a.m. Pacific. We will take a look at 2 flavors of candy-inspired Pop-Tarts. Candy for breakfast? Wow. Also Sunday you will see a special extended super box edition of Snack Briefs as we take a taste and an in-depth look at kick-ass beef jerky that was given to us just a couple weeks back at Nova Pro Wrestling by Cabana Man Dan. Check him out at Cabana Man Dan, and check out Kick-Ass Beef Jerky at Kick-Ass Beef Jerk on Twitter. And also check out all the places you can find the sAs, including Facebook, the group which you can join by clicking on the link down below. You can also follow me on Twitter at Brandon Reich SAS. You can get me there on Instagram as well. No matter where you find me, use that hashtag Snack Society so I know what you're eating and you know what I'm eating too. So with all that said, leave a comment down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. In the meantime, in between time, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.